Thomas Hanna taught a version of this, which I really love. I call it arch, curl, and uncurl, because in the uncurling, that's where the learning is. You really get to show your brain the space, the change in the space. Arch, curl, and uncurl. The gentle breath into the front of the body. Even just arch the back a little bit. Low back arches 10% effort on the next breath in. Not even, no elbows, no elbows. Low back arches as belly breath comes in. And lower out of that, sort of easy, just the low back. Okay? This time, low back arches, middle back arches, making a gentle bridge. Even bring it up a little bit upper back, a gentle bridge between pelvis and shoulders. For extra credit, push elbows back to the table. Make it feel like a beautiful green light yawn. That's the back of the body. And that'll be a running start. So now we're just relaxing out of it. Less and less and less effort. Okay? So we know our running start. This time, when you're ready, putting it together. Take your time, go into it slowly. The slow breath in, the back arches, the whole back arches, elbows push back softly, like a D- for effort. Just make it happen. As you exhale and the back lowers down, the elbows come up, forearms almost hug the head. And start to curl up. Sink the chest to curl up and sort of like you're rolling up a carpet. How do you lift those sort of rib cage upper vertebrae? Curling up just enough till you can find the front. Where is it missing in the front of the body? Okay. Open slowly. Uncurl. Slow. Don't let it slip away from you. You're letting out the rope slowly. Have your brain know it, and can it look at the space of it? How's there more room for the breath? Breath, maybe even a long breath comes in as you open out of that. Does the system know how to roll out that curve of the upper spine? Does it know how to be flatter and flatter on the floor or the mat or the table? Gentle, gentle. Elbows coming down as head touches down. Easy, easy. Easy. I mean, right now even, does your brain, with the inner view, does your brain know where your elbows are? Does it know where one elbow is more than the other? Do you know the inner space of the body? Can you look at the body as space, and can you show the brain that that space is dynamic, that it changes? Beautiful. Okay. Let's come back to rest and resting. Now, we want every breath as a chance for assessment. We're trying to show the brain that we could breathe in every direction is our goal. So as you take that breath into the front easily, a gentle arch, well, as the breath comes into the belly and the middle of the torso and the upper torso into the upper chest, well, where does it not have room? Where's the constriction? And just notice that and relax out of that. Let's really think about it. Even we're going to do that one more time. That breath comes in when you're ready. And where do you have to push again? Where does the brain say, you know, I'd like to breathe with that space, but I don't know if that's possible. It's too tight. Okay? Get to know those places. An exhale, just relaxing, a passive exhale. Okay? So, when you're ready, the gentle arch of the back is the breath in with the running start. The gentle breath in, the whole back arches, elbows push back, and shoulders push back, just in the laziest way, open front. Now, the slow passive exhale, and then begin to make it active, and elbows come up, hands lift the heavy head, and not even so much lifting as can you pull your neck, the back of your neck through down toward your belly button. Just curl up and let that gentle on the neck, let the hands lift the heavy head. Just only the upper part of the body, gentle. How far down does it want to come for you? Lower one vertebrae at a time. Look at that curve. Where does the curve, where is it good at flattening out? Keep your low back, sir. Don't let it lift too much off the table. Where does that curve not know how to flatten out. If it's really stuck, you can back up into it a little bit. What if you reversed into it, the contraction a little bit? Find that place right there. That's the place you've got to relax to come out of it. Maybe even little steps. Could you practice unfreezing yourself at every step, even letting the elbows open as the head's touching? We don't even care about the elbows really. We're thinking about the torso. That's where we're really stuck. The brain is good at holding patterns of the torso. That's where it's hidden from us. Gentle opening, easy, slow. It's a self-indulgence. It's a meditation on yourself, to be with yourself, to look at it, to teach yourself out of this stuckness, because it just is a well-practiced habit. It's sort of running. The brain's saying, oh, I run her this way, I run him this way. It's just again and again and again. How do you teach your brain that there's another possibility from holding us with these rounded shoulders, this sunken chest? So this time I invite you to think about where your sternum is, that bone right in the center of the chest, right there, okay? We are thinking, how does this movement move that bone through space? How does that move through space? And I'm going to have you move into it, into the contraction, and then let's really look carefully. How does that bone move through space coming out of the contraction? Make it very intentional. That's the essence of this process. Can you make these involuntary tensions, can you make them intentional? Can you be the boss? So, even plan it out without even moving. You'll be taking that breath in and then having that gentle arch of the whole back, like the Mackinac Bridge. Kaylin here and I both live in Michigan. We have a beautiful bridge called the Mackinac Bridge. Come into that gentle arch of the back, just like the Mackinac Bridge. Okay? Beautiful. Lowering slowly, and elbows come up. Hands lift the heavy head. And sink the chest to move the sternum. And where does the sternum go? It pulls down through the body toward the table, down toward the low back, toward your belly button. How do the side ribs close? Open slowly. How does it open? How does it open from here to here? How does this distance open as you lower slow? Let the breath come into the upper chest as you're opening. Just make it easy and smooth. Like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Just go at your pace. That's beautiful. Less and less effort, softer and softer, softer. And where's it opening now? Where is it opening? Look carefully. What's lengthening now? What would you be missing all the time? We miss it. Where have you not paid attention to it? All right. The tool that you're using to teach your brain out of the habit is your ability to focus your awareness. That's what these movements are. They're an awareness focusing exercise. Nice rest in between each pandiculation. It's a teaching and learning experience. So it's not aerobics. We can have a beautiful daydreamy rest in between each one. This time notice, well, which way does your nose move? Which way does your forehead move through space? Which way does your chin move as you take that gentle breath in? Just a lazy arch, curl and uncurl that breath in. Exhale. Well, where do you sink the chest? Could you hollow the chest out and push the front of the chest down to the floor to bring up the elbows? Curl up the ribs. The ribs close. Pull that in together. The ribs curl in, sink the chest all the way down. Close up the chest. Beautiful that. Notice where the forehead goes and hold right there. Tip the chin and nose up toward the sky now. Feel how that pull, have your hands give some opposition as you tip the chin up toward the sky right there and find like you're pulling the back of your head through the neck toward your belly button, okay? Have the hands be some opposition and let the back of the neck lengthen as you lower, could the back of the neck lengthen as the front of the body opens? Elbows open, easy. Easy. At what point is it middle torso opening to upper chest opening to the base of the neck? How softly? When is the full weight of the head down on your hands? Opening. Even right here, could you use a breath into that upper chest to help the system really understand, oh, it can open to let those shoulders open out to the sides, the elbows open out to the sides. Let the breath move the ribs, let the breath come in. Breathe up under the collarbones, okay? So this time we're going to just put that together. It's almost like you're pushing the chin up over the knees, that you're sliding the back of your head through your neck toward your belly button. How does it sort of come down? Maybe even look at me just for a second. We're saying, oh, we're pulling that down, like the back of the head is pulling to belly button. We're just shortening, we're hunching ourselves over into that, okay? So when you're ready, the gentle breath in, breathe up, find the spot that's constricted in the front and use that place to help you close. Connect to that place that was the constriction. Chin tips up. What could you get a little yawning at that highest up part of the neck? The highest, not a strain, not a discomfort. If it's a quiver, it's too much effort. And how do you teach yourself out of this sort of holding pattern that's hidden from us? It's like an amnesia. How do you overcome the amnesia of your brain forgetting where the map that your brain has of your body has eroded away? Slow, slow, gentle, gentle. If you ever need to maybe back up into it, just sawtooth it back just a little bit. Come into it softly. Find that spot that is the missing spot. Where is it in the low ribs, front of the body? Maybe even base of the neck. Open slowly. Give yourself that lesson that you deserve. Where is the seed of the contraction? Where's the place where the brain doesn't know how to let it go? How do you teach that? Look deeper in your somatics practice. It's not just the movement, it's can you find what you didn't know? Breathing. Direct the breath to help the upper chest open, to let the elbows open out to the side. Less and less effort. Easy. There we go. And when you're done with that one, let's have arms by your side. And if you'd like I like arms by your side. So let's try that if that's comfortable. If it's easier on your arms, you could have hands on your tummy. And is it still okay to have knees up? Is that comfortable? Okay. All right. So that's the most important one that we just did. Elbows to the sky, which is just a slight deviation that helps it really be very torso focused. But that arch curl and uncurl allows you to get the head and the neck a little bit more. They're very related. They both address the superhighway of the red light pattern. The red pattern it just says, I want to be small, I want to disappear. That's when the brain turns it on, when it wants that. So, scan yourself for stress. Do you have a movement that if you were stressed, could you do that movement, come out of the red pattern? Could you take yourself out of stress? And look very carefully, because we did a little bit of some green light exploration with Whoa Nelly, that's the beginning. And now here we did a very powerful red light exploration, arch curl and uncurl, and also elbows to the sky. And look at who you are. Is this you in less stress? Scan. Where is there stress? Is there the residue of stress left? Just notice where it is if it's there. Imagine feeling worried. Welcome that in. How is it different after that? Is it further away? Is this one that you need to practice a lot? If you wake up in the middle of the night worrying, who wants that? Do this experiment. Just do 3 or 4 or 5 of the elbows to the sky, which is, I think, the simple version, or arch, curl, and uncurl. It's a little more effortful, maybe, but I like elbows to the sky. Keeps it very torso focused. If you did 3 or 4 of those, could you turn off worry? Okay. It might just be like a loop that we're stuck in. How do you get out of the loop? Look for the sinking feeling of disappointment. How close by is that? Look for sadness. Look for feeling bummed out. If it wants to turn on a little bit in you, tighten that exact place. Bring it up enough, that bummed outness. Where is that? How do you sink the chest, maybe, to find that little bit of residue of where it's really, really deep? Get a good grip on that. Hold it, and just hold it. Keep holding it. Hold it gently. That solidification, like a petrification. Even and breathing as you need to, just holding that pattern. Find a little place to breathe. Even after your brain says, I think we should let it out by now, just make sure it's really your will entirely that you're holding that place. And then just stop applying that effort or that attention or whatever command you're sending to it to be on. Could that place rest? Okay. So let's have the knees down, and let's try that. There we go. How you doing, Kaylin?
Doing good.
Is it different?
Yeah, I feel like definitely feel like my lower back is a lot more relaxed. I definitely hold more tension in my shoulders and upper, but it's beginning to relax a lot.
Okay.